just gonna get straight to it this time, right? When it comes to fitness myths that are absolutely going to prevent you from reaching your goals in the gym or with your weight loss or your body transformation, let's get straight to it, man. When it comes to weight loss myths, people think that you have to eat a certain way. There's certain foods that you can't eat. There's some foods that you can't eat. You know, they don't want you to eat carbs. They don't want you to eat anything that has sugar in it. They don't want you to eat, anything that's fried, anything that's based on off of starch or bread. These things are supposed to be bad for you when it comes to trying to lose weight. When in actuality, the foods you eat, now don't get, all right, this is twofold. I was going to say that the foods you eat are irrelevant, but that's not true. What I'm going to say is that the foods you eat are what are ultimately going to be fueling you. So you can absolutely eat anything you want. Because the truth is, when it comes to losing weight, it all comes down to caloric intake versus the amount of calories that you're burning on a daily basis. So can you go eat Popeye's fried chicken if you want to while you're trying to lose weight? Absolutely. You absolutely can go eat some Popeye's chicken while you're trying to lose weight. But here's the thing. Seeing as you're eating that Popeye's chicken, which is absolutely jam-packed with a ton of calories, that Popeye's chicken, that one meal, is probably going to exceed your daily threshold of calories by itself in regards to how many calories your body is burning on a daily basis. So is it wise to eat Popeye's chicken? Or is it wise to go get that burger from Burger King or McDonald's while you're trying to lose weight? No, it's not wise to go eat those things if you're trying to shed pounds. But can you do it and still lose weight? Absolutely. As long as you actually have the discipline and you're actually working out and you're actually getting in your cardio and your intermittent fasting along with it, then you got a fighting chance at being able to still eat the bad stuff and lose weight. But it's very hard to stay in a caloric deficit while you're eating trash. I will say that. The whole goal while you're shedding pounds or while you're trying to transform your body, the whole goal is to fuel your body the right way. You want to be focusing on high protein, low caloric value foods. That's the goal. You want to be focusing on the high protein foods because generally speaking, foods that are high in protein are going to be extremely satiating, which means that when you eat them, they are going to keep you feeling full for longer. So when it comes to high protein foods, obviously you already know your chicken breast, tuna, salmon, whole foods like that. They keep you feeling full much longer than trash. So I make sure that while I was on my journey, if you check out my video from a few months ago, I documented my entire journey of losing 40 pounds in 4 months. So when I was on that journey, and I was just hell-bent, that was extremely pivotal in that journey for me. I was making sure that I ate whole foods, like I just mentioned, and I also made sure that I was counting every single morsel, every single snack, every single piece of food that I put into my mouth and I digested. I made sure that I kept track of that, keep a log of that, because you absolutely on a daily basis need to know how many calories you actually took in for that day in regards and in contrast to the amount of calories that your body is burning. Now, how do you calculate the amount of calories that your body is burning? Or in other words, the actual name for that is called your total daily expenditure. You need to know what your total daily expenditure is. How many calories is your body burning on a daily basis? Because when you subtract the total calorie intake from that total daily expenditure number, that's how you know how much of a daily caloric deficit you are in. And your daily caloric deficit is what you need to know when it comes to burning calories. Because in order to lose 1 pound per week, you had to be in a deficit of 3,500 calories for that given week. That's just for 1 pound. Just for 1 pound, you need to be in a 3,500 calorie deficit for the week. Now, if you're trying to lose 2 pounds, in my journey, I was losing 2 to 3 pounds every week. I was going so hard because I put together what I call my holy trinity of weight loss. What's the holy trinity of weight loss, you ask? Simple. You have to make sure that you are combining 3 important things. Foremost, intermittent fasting. I did what they call 16-8 lean gain intermittent fasting. That simply means that if I stop eating at 9 o'clock at night, I'm not going to eat another piece of food, no snacks, nothing that's going to spike my glycemic levels and get my body out of a fasting state. I'm not going to eat anything until 1 p.m. the next day. That's 16 hours without eating anything. Now, the average person can't do that. Some people feel like they absolutely have to eat breakfast. Some people feel like they absolutely need 3 meals. If that's you, then perhaps that's not for you. But it all comes down to discipline. You simply have to tell yourself that I'm going to do any and everything necessary to lose weight and to transform my body. You can't make any excuses, guys. Excuses are for the weak. And when you're trying to reach goals, especially when it comes to fitness goals, you have to simply put your head down and just go for it. As far as getting my body looking aesthetic the way I wanted it to look, you know, because I had a lot of work to do. Like I said, I lost 40 pounds in 4 months. And if you look at the video on my channel, you'll see where I started at and where I won't say ended at, because I'm way further than that now. Now I'm just absolutely yoked. I'm absolutely jacked now. It's a few months since I posted that video. But at that point, I had lost 40 pounds. And I went from that start to where, which was great. But now I've taken it even further. Anyways, part 3 of the holy trinity of weight loss is strength and resistance training coupled with cardio. There is no way around it, guys. There's no shortcut. You have to work your ass off in addition to eating in a caloric deficit and in addition to intermittent fasting. These things all work together. They form a synergy. And when you put all 3 together, your body will absolutely start transforming. No ands, no ifs, no buts. The weight will shed off. Your muscle mass and your overall body composition will start changing, and you will start transforming. That is not a hypothesis. That's not a guess. That's not something that I think will happen. That's something that I am positive will happen if you actually put it all together. And it's simple as that. So when it comes to the myth about what is needed for weight loss, there's no magic bullet. There's no magic bullet, guys. There's no magic bullet. There's no easy way to success. You're going to have to put in the work. You are absolutely going to have to also make sure that you have the discipline to stick with the system. Now, I mean, all parts of your body, your arms too. The lower your body fat percentage is, the more those muscles are going to show through. And for some reason, the way our body is composed, the way most of our bodies are composed, when it comes to your obliques in the midsection, that is where a lot of the stubborn fat is retained on the human body. So that is usually the hardest part. That's usually the last part that actually starts showing definition. But here's the thing. When you put together that holy trinity of weight loss I mentioned earlier, and you start shedding those pounds, little by little, that midsection starts showing through. Trust me. Trust me. I am just now starting to approach the teens as far as body fat percentage, and my abs are showing. But I want to get them extremely defined as I head into the summer. So I'm going to keep working my ass off to reach that goal. The reason it's not showing has nothing to do with how many crunches, how many sit-ups you're doing. That does not matter. You can do all of that, but if you still got this layer of fat covering your midsection, it won't matter. You're not gonna get the visible abs that you're looking for, and that is what the majority of people want. If you're working out, you want it to actually look like you work out a lot, right? And that all comes down to definition. You're not gonna get the definition if your body fat percentage is still high. It should be common sense, but the average person doesn't know that, you know. And as my body fat percentage has completely plummeted over the last 8 months or so, the definition on my body has just become insane all over. Now, I had some definition before, like in the shoulders, a little bit in the arms, but now, you know, like I said, I'm absolutely jacked. This is how you want to look, you know? I don't mean to be full of myself. This is what you want. And I'm not even in my final form yet. So don't get me twisted. I haven't even reached my final form yet. But I'm getting there. I say that to say this. I hear people talking all the time about, oh, you know, I just want to get some definition. I want to get more toned. So I'm doing these exercises. So I'm working on this machines in the gym. When in actuality, the first place to start is making sure that you get your cardio in check, because it is your cardio that is going to help you start shedding the pounds. Now, don't get me wrong, in addition to the cardio, you have to do strength and resistance training so that you're making sure that while you're also putting in the work to get the cardio, to get your heart rate up, to burn the calories, you also want to make sure that you're doing the strength and resistance training to build muscle at the same time. The whole key, in my opinion, and the whole goal should be to be building muscle while you're losing weight. Not simply losing weight, getting skinny and still looking like an amoeba, your body still having no form, no structure. No, you want to actually lose weight while you're building muscle, inject while you're losing the weight. So you're dropping, but you're also building an extremely impressive overall figure as far as your body structure and your body development. That's the whole point. So if you take nothing else from this video, because I didn't mean to make it this long-winded, if you take nothing else from this video, when it comes to losing weight, just always remember that it always ultimately comes down to eating less calories than the amount of calories that you're burning on a daily basis. If you are in a caloric surplus, meaning that you actually ingested more calories than you burned for that day, you are absolutely going to gain weight. There's no way around it. I don't care if you're eating all salad. I don't care if you're eating like a rabbit and you just eat a ton of salad, but you're taking in so many calories from those salads that you actually are in a surplus. You're going to gain weight. Even though you eat like a goddamn rabbit, you're still going to gain weight. And here's the thing. When it comes to salad, stay away from the salad dressings. Those are where the hidden calories are when it comes to eating salad. That's why I don't eat salad. I haven't eaten salad in years. I don't eat salad. Who needs that bullshit? Salad is bullshit, in case you don't know that. Who wants that fat? I was about to say a word I can't say on YouTube. But that's some bullshit. Don't eat salad, guys. Eat whole foods. Eat proteins. Whole proteins. Fish. Beef. Stick for protein. And here's the thing. You can eat tons of protein and it won't even have much of a negative impact on your body because it is intended to be ingested by our bodies instead of filler. Instead of snacks. Stay away from any processed foods. Eat whole foods. And yes, you can mix in supplements such as protein bars, as long as they're quality